Hi guys, welcome to the Macon Family vlog. Please subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, like, share, and comment. If you comment with suggestions, we will do episodes in the future of your suggestions. I'm about to sneeze. Anyway, so the episode today is our foreigners in danger in the Philippines. If you're a foreigner, are you in danger if you come to the Philippines? So we're going to discuss some things that we've experienced and some things that I've experienced as a foreigner and that she experienced as a Filipina. This is her country. This is her home. So she knows more about this subject than I do. So the first topic, safety. Are you safe when you come to the Philippines?
Yeah, you are safety. But you need some contact here. You need someone to contact here that they will protect you when you come here. So, if you are traveling, it's not a guide, it's not a tour guide. If you have someone to meet here, to make sure you trust them and make sure that you know each other before you meet.
Now, technically, you're not really going to know anybody till you meet them. Yeah. But you can have conversations with them. Also, that's if you're coming here to meet somebody. Now, if you're just a tourist, you want to come to the Philippines, and you don't know anybody, and you just want to visit the country, you can do that, and it is safe. But I recommend that you go to certain travel spots like Boracay, Palawan, parts
Cebu.
of Cebu, like the major tourist spots, Baguio, where you can walk around and you can be around people that are safe, because the Philippines is a tourism country.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go places that are not tourist attractions or places that I don't know, personally. Like, say if you go to Manila, there's places in Manila, but most people go to Manila, to be honest, for business. It's not really much of a tourist destination. There's a lot of tourist attractions in Manila, but it's not really a tourist destination that you're going to go to the beaches and things like that. That's on the outer skirts of the country. But if you do go to Manila, make sure that you keep your belongings with you, that you're safe. If you get a hotel, make sure that you have a safe. And most hotels here have safes in the hotel so you can store your belongings. I wouldn't carry a lot of cash on me. I wouldn't flaunt a lot of cash. Technically, there's an e-wallet called Gcash, and if you get a Philippine phone number, which you need to get when you get here, you get a free SIM card at the airport. They give you a SIM card for free, and that's kind of like for your first call, your first load, or whatever. You get a free SIM card, put it in your phone. You have a number. Register for Gcash. And then once you get Gcash, you can go to any retailer that has Gcash. You can cash in or cash out. You can go to the retailer and you can put a certain amount of money on your Gcash account. And then you can use that in stores. Most people take citizens take Gcash, all right? Everybody has a Gcash account. So if you want to pay somebody, if you want to order something, if you want to order food, from like one of the delivery sources or whatever, you can use Gcash. They accept that. Yeah. Credit card, debit card is another way to get around. If you have to, but I wouldn't carry a lot of cash on me. If I do carry cash on me, I will split it. Like I have a small bills in one area and large bills in another area. I wouldn't be flashy, And if you do meet people, a lot of people don't have change. So if you have anything over like 1,000 pesos, which is like one of the bigger bills here, a lot of people don't have change. So I would carry smaller bills if possible. But that's just when it comes to traveling. Just make sure you're safe. Yeah. Another thing, how would you travel here in the Philippines?
You need to travel like you have someone to guide you, to know. They hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. They need to know each other. They will tour you. Make sure that person he know also, and make sure that guide they will guide you. He will guide you or she guide you, and to put you safe also.
Yes.
That's the big thing. to make sure you are safe also, and you trust them also. And make sure to be friendly. You need to be friendly.
Yes.
Don't to be strict with people.
Yeah, you have to be friendly.
Yeah.
People are more likely to be in your corner if you're friendly to them. So if you're bossy or you want your way, if you're a typical American, that's not going to fly here, because the Philippines is a very humble country and they don't like to be yelled at, and you wouldn't either. So, just treat people the way you want to be treated. But on her point, when it comes to travel, you can travel in the Philippines. Most likely, if you're at a hotel, you can go to the desk and they will recommend you a driver that's recommended by the hotel, because that's what happened to me. When I went to the hotel I stayed, and I told the people at the desk, hey, I want to travel to certain areas, I need a driver, and they recommended me a driver. Most hotels have a group of drivers that they work with for their customers, to make sure the customer's safe, to make sure that, they're not being taken advantage of and stuff like that. So you can always ask somebody at the hotel where you're staying at if they have a driver, if they recommend somebody. All right. Now,
to make you safe also.
Yes, the driver is going to make sure you're safe. The driver is going to take you where you need to and make sure that you're not doing anything crazy. They're not going to take you on any bad neighborhoods or anything like that. But if you do end up doing it on your own, there's Google, so you can always, and there's Grab. Grab is, if you're in the Manila area, definitely use Grab. Do not use the taxis. They will overcharge you because you're a foreigner. So they see you, they see dollar signs, and if a trip is supposed to be $100 on the meter, they don't even run the meter. This is like the trip. They don't run the meter. They negotiate a price with you. Normally that price is higher than what the meter is going to be, and then you realize you're getting screwed over. So to avoid that, if you're in the Manila area only, call Grab. Download Grab app on your phone and use Grab exclusively. You ain't got to worry about drivers, nothing like that. Grab is very good. They give you the price of the trip on the phone. So when you see the price, that's your price. You're not going to get negotiated. Now, if you at a hotel and you have like a big family, or you're visiting your girlfriend's family, and everybody and their mama from the barangay comes to the hotel to stay with you, you may end up needing a van. If you need to get a van, most vans are like 5,000 to 7,000 pesos a day. All right.
Prepare with that. You have a lot of money because you need to feed them, all of them.
You got to feed. But the van, I'm just telling you, the vans are like 5,000 to 7,000. Right now, when I first got here in the Philippines 5 years ago, it was probably like 5,000. Now the vans are like 7,000, which is like $130, $140 US. So just if you got a big group and you're traveling and things like that, you can rent the van by the day. But I did that mistake and I don't have to worry about that anymore. But also, if you're on a budget and you like the backpack and you're walking around the Philippines and you want to do it on your own, you want to travel on your own, there's an app that you can download that gives you all the jeepneys in the Manila area. Most areas in the Philippines, they give you the routes. And you can look at that. I forgot the name of the app. I'll try to download. I'll look at it later. But there's an app where you can get all the jeepney and do the locations. Yes, see, I know. I tried.
I don't know that.
There's an app that you can get that gives you all the jeepneys and the route where you're going, location, the estimated price. But if you're taking the jeepney, it takes forever, especially in Manila area. If you're in Manila, I would not recommend taking a jeepney because it'll take you forever. That's my son. Say hi. Also, there's tricycles. But tricycles are limited in a certain area. So if you go to a tricycle, you get a tricycle, you're going to be into a certain area. We're going to stop this right now because my son is antsy and we got food coming. So we're going to get back to the rest of this in a minute. All right, peace. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We had a technical difficulty. Not really technical difficulty, just So, I was going to get into lodging. Where would you stay in the Philippines? Like if you come here. Now, if you come to visit a female, if you're visiting a female and you're with her, then most likely she's going to tell you where to stay, where to go, where's the best. Now, if she's in the squatters area, she may not want you to stay in the squatter area. But so you may end up staying in the hotel anyway. But you can go to Travelocity or different travel apps to get hotels and see what's the best price for you. Remember, I think it's better to, if you're American, to get the hotel in dollars, because the conversion right now, the peso is bad. It's like 56 pesos to $1. So I would actually get the hotel in dollars. It'd be cheaper. You have more bang for your buck. And at the end of the day, just be safe. If hotels or motel or somebody's house, just make sure that wherever you are, that you're safe, right? You look at the area, try to be in hotels in known districts. Like in Makati, there's the Strip. In Palawan, there's hotels. If you're in Palawan or Boracay, if you're in like Cebu and those island resorts, you don't really have to worry as much, because those are tourist destinations. They will take care of you. But this is for people who are not going to a travel destination. Maybe your girlfriend lives in Negros Occidental or Mindanao or Baguio or whatever. Just make sure that wherever you get the hotel, there's no 5-star hotels in the Philippines. You might get a 3-star. That's a good feel. I'm just saying, don't bring your American expectation. I mean, they are clean and they're nice hotels. Don't get me wrong, but there's no 5-star. There's no 5-star hotels here. So if you're like on a budget and you want to live in a nice area, there are hotels that'll take care of you. Okay, for that need. Money. A lot of people ask me this question: how much money do you need in the Philippines? I don't know. Bring as much money as you feel you need.
Yeah.
But suggestions. Most likely your flight is going to be $1,000. Wherever you're from in the United States right now, it's going to be like $1,000. You might get a deal for $700, whatever. Now, remember, you got to stay in a hotel. I don't know if you're staying here a week or 2 weeks. Whatever it is, you should make sure that your hotel is covered through the cost of your trip. All right? Then you're going to need travel. You're going to need to eat. You're going to need travel to get around. So if you get a van, vans are very pricey. I already told you it's 5,000, 7,000 pesos a day. Or you might be getting a cab around. Now, if you're in a resort area, most likely you'll be taking tricycles. Because, those areas, they don't really have cabs on those areas. So most of them are run with Jeeps or buses or tricycles. Tricycles are going to be your best friend, actually, here in the Philippines. I'm 6'4". Yes, I get into a tricycle. It hurts me sometimes. I'm like this, squeeze up, because everything is built for small people. My wife is 4'11". She fits in everything just perfectly. So the Philippines is more built for small people than it is for big people. Okay, just to let you know, there's not too many 6'4" people walk around the Philippines. If they are, they're in the PBA or the Philippines national basketball team. That's pretty much it, all right? Now, besides that, yes, tricycles are your best friend, but if you're economic, you can take the Jeep. I know how to take the provisional buses from Manila all the way to Baguio and all the way to... and there is a train, but I wouldn't take I never took the Philippine National Railroad. I never took it. But they are building it, and it's getting better. If you're in Manila area, there's the LRT, the MRT, which are kind of like the subway, the trans rails. And those, you can take them. But if you don't know where you're getting off, be careful on the train, because they will pickpocket you. A lot of vagrants are on the subway. Yes, I've been on the subways in Manila. I've been in the MRT, the LRT. I take them both. Be careful. There's scams on the train that will pickpocket you. You'll think you're talking to an old lady, and it's somebody in pickpocket. I'm just telling you, because I've seen it happen firsthand. All right. Now, food. The food is great here in the Philippines. I mean, the food is awesome. If you like fish, if you like adobo, if you like rice. The Philippines is the place. Rice is the base of everything here. They eat rice morning, noon, and night. But there's great places. If you don't like the food, there's also restaurants. You got McDonald's and Burger King and KFC. You do have Domino's. You do have those American franchises here. But most people don't eat at those places because they're too expensive. Most people eat at the canteen. I would suggest find a good canteen that you trust and there's some great food. I wouldn't eat too much of the street food because your stomach is not good for it. So if you have Esau or the liver with the blood in it,
Esau
stuff
is
like that.
Like small intestine.
Yeah,
of the
Esau's
chicken.
like small
Sins.
intestines. Don't eat the Esau. If you want to eat something, if you like pork, eat the barbecue pork.
Because you don't know if it's...
If your stomach will take it.
Yeah.
That's all. And there's nothing wrong with the street food. It's just the fact that your stomach may not be ready for some of it.
As
And
long if you wanna try, just try. There's nothing
be
wrong.
careful. I would
Just be
suggest eat
careful.
balut. I ate balut before. I ate balut before. Actually, I like there's this egg that's in the is it kiwi or wiki or something? I don't know. There's some food it's like the egg in a bowl. It's like this egg, and they put it in the fire and it like batter on it, and it's like orange.
Oh, the quick.
Quick, yeah, quick, yeah. So it's a good street food, but be careful if your stomach is not up to it. And the food is cheap, but it's not that cheap. Go to the canteen. I recommend if you're on a
It's
budget.
cheap also.
Canteen is cheap. You get good food. All right, and you can pick what you want. It's like a buffet. All right. Water. Would you drink the water?
We buy mineral water.
We buy mineral water. Now, let me tell you something. I was in Manila in good hotels. I did drink tap water in good Manila hotels. I would not drink tap water in the city of Manila, right? Because it's two different things. We're in Colombia. We do have good water here, but some places don't. So I would suggest that you get water. You buy water, and the water will get you by. But you can buy mineral water. And you can also go to the store and purchase water. All right, so be safe with that. Other Filipinos, are other Filipinos safe?
It depends. It depends the situation, maybe. Yeah. You need to be friendly and be careful because some of them, they want to be friends with you, but they want you to, it's look like they want to get free from you.
Yeah.
That's so be careful.
Just remember, you're a tourist, which means that you have dollar signs on your back and on your front.
Because
They just think you're made of money.
Filipino, they thought foreigner is a lot of money. That's
Yeah.
the number one thing of Filipino.
Even the women.
Think like
Actually, be careful of the women. The women are smart, educated, and they know how to get all the money. And they will see you a mile away. And if you're with a woman and you like her,
If they know that you don't have enough money, they will leave you.
yeah, they will leave.
So be careful.
I would suggest meeting somebody in advance and connecting with somebody that way. If you're in the Manila area, you can always post something to us, and we can help guide you also.
Because Filipinos, they thought that they want foreigner to make their life forward, not backward. That's what they thought. That's Filipino woman.
But not all. There are some
Yeah.
good Filipino. I have a great Filipino woman. But the great Filipino women, they're hard to find. It's like finding gold in a diamond. It's like it's hard. So what you have to do actually is just come here and travel, and then meet somebody here. I would suggest. Come to visit. Go to the resorts. Hang out. Meet people, and then when you meet people, then come back and then do it that way. That way you're familiar with the area, you're familiar with the people, you have the opportunity to connect with somebody and things like that. I was in dating groups. My wife was in dating groups. We met in a dating group. I don't like the dating groups. I think 95% of people in dating groups are fake. They'll tell you they're married, they'll tell you they're not married, and they're married. They'll tell you don't have kids, they have kids. It's a lot of scams in the groups. There's a lot of women asking for money. It's a lot of men doing things like that. But if you want to meet a nice, good Filipino woman like my sweetheart here, you gotta come to the Philippines, because I wouldn't have met her like in a group. Like most of the women in the dating groups are OFWs, or they're just people that are miserable and they're trying to scam. Some are trying to scam. There are some good looking women in there. There's some beautiful women in there. But if you're okay with a woman with kids, then go to a dating group, because everybody's single mother.
But be careful. Choose wisely. That's the only thing you need to do. If you want a Filipina wife, you need to choose wisely.
Yeah. get to know her first, which means you have to see her. You have to visit her.
Yeah.
You have to spend time with her. You have to really, and even if you do spend time with her,
it's hard to trust in long distance relationship.
Yeah, and not only that, even if you're in a long distance relationship and you meet her, she can still do what she wants because you ain't here. My suggestion is, if you want a Filipino woman, is to move to the Philippines and meet a Filipino woman, because that's what I did, and that worked out for me.
Use your money wisely.
Yes, be careful. So, we got food coming, so we're going to say bye. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification button. Anything else?
No.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. See you later. We got Jollibee coming. Bye-bye.